it's Ember's up here, especially because you're right.
No, you're right. You're right.
Coddle's
Tide.
Coddle's a snowbally hero, right? You get so much damage early, so much pressure early game. Not many heroes can actually withstand that. But I think Ember is one of the better heroes to have in this matchup. I think that's why, obviously, we saw the Ember. I think it was 8th pick overall, or sorry, it was 4th pick for VP, last one of the second phase. So,
and I will say, to the caveat to the point I just made, is that Virtus.pro can also decide not to cower in fear when you do this, and if they do that, they start winning as well. Like, if they start going for pickoffs when you're hoping to just run at them and put them in a psychologically scared position, you will just win, because you have better fights. You have better stuns, right? And it's all up to the Earthshaker or Snake King who has to get the perfect Echo Slam to kill Ember every time. So, it is not an easy draft to execute, but I've seen Tundra get away with worse, so.
Okay. See how it works. I mean, Tundra already with a good start here. They're going to find 3 bounties of 4. Is certainly going to have them feeling a little bit better. 9 on the mid lane. Coddle, lovely build. A triple null talisman into the BOTs. He's got queued up first. So he's going to be looking just to push all around the map. GPK, we'll see what this first skill point is. I assume it's going to be Flame Guard. Yeah, there he goes.
Not going to do anything on build up for Coddle, but it's going to help him farm the jungle later. So the right build here is definitely the Flame Guard build, unless you feel like you have kill potential against Coddle, and the only reason why you go for this build is so you can actually farm as much as Coddle can. Which is going to be impossible, but you can get a bit close.
So much damage on the early, yeah, I mean,
that's crap Illuminate. That's the worst level of Illuminate.
Yeah.
Wait till you get like level 2 or level 3. Level 3 is when it got the heavy buff. Level 3 and level 4 are the big buffs they got.
Yep, especially for the time, because before heroes, basically any hero would go, oh, you're channeling Illuminate, that's cute, have fun channeling that for 5 seconds, or 4.1 seconds, I'll walk over here. Did GPK dodge that? Can you dodge Illuminate with Sleight of Fist?
If there's enough creeps.
Yes. Alright, that was a little bit of counterplay as well then.
You can't with Phase Shift, for example, at least at level 1, but you can with the Sleight of Fist if you're good. And there's enough creeps. And of course, Coddle, he's not good at denying, so he's always going to have enough creeps. And there's the counterplay. I mean, I do like the Ember Spirit pick. I do think that Virtus.pro draft is very good as well. I especially love the Bloodseeker, no surprise.
Yeah,
so.
No surprise there at all. That's 9. Still doing a decent job at actually finding these last hits. With the triple null talisman build, you do decent here. Right-click damage. Coddle, of course, not really too famous. Oh, didn't dodge that one. Okay, Flame Guard active. Hey, GPK having to consume the Fairy Fire to stay alive there. He's going to have the bottle, though, to fill him back up. Ooh, that was a bit spooky there for GPK. And in fact, he's not going to be able to go for the Water Rune here, or at least both Water Runes. 9's going to be able to beat him to the first. He's still CSing under tower. Yeah, he'll be fine. Okay.
So let's talk about this wonderful Bloodseeker for a bit, because he was a great pick against both Weaver and Lycan. So once the Weaver got picked, that's why they immediately picked it. And Lycan, of course, the Rupture is actually not that strong, because Lycan is usually able to just tank it, honestly. He's quite a tanky hero. But in the lane, and especially when you get more levels of Rupture and Bloodseeker can just chase after you, that's when you start to dominate it. And Lycan usually relies on his shape, or in his Feral Impulse. He's like a poor man's DK in lane. He's good at tanking hits. He has really good damage. Bloodseeker has the exact same thing, but with better sustain and more kill potential. So it's just kind of a relatively easy lane. That's why they're cutting lanes right now on 3-3. Otherwise, Lycan would be fighting this head-on.
Yep, and I do actually kind of really, a small counterpoint there, I actually do really like the Shaker versus a Bloodseeker. Not a hero, you know, he depends just on his move speed alone, especially with Thirst, and Fissure can definitely be put him in a bit of a pickle there. Nice deny there by 33 on the Wolves, not allowing Kingslayer to really get anything out of this lane. So our CS leader, unsurprisingly, is going to be 9 on this mid lane. Coddle, he's got the 3rd Null Talisman on the way. Collapse when he went for the offlane. Coddle ended up going as well for Tranquil Boots, but for now, 9 has got these bots queued up. I think I like those a little bit better here for the mid lane tempo that you're going to want to be bringing.
You do go for the bots. And 9 is the big lover of the bots, right? He was also the guy who was like, Winter Wyvern, Witchbag, Orchid. Bots. Bots first. Then you do other things, because then you farm a lot. It's what enables a lot of 9's kind of supporty heroes to work, because of course he plays a lot of heroes that have early tempo, and then the bots allow him to keep that tempo, either with lane pushing or with getting kills as DM is getting away. It's actually very clever, because it also diversifies your strategies. Allows you to actually go and push lanes as opposed to just be forced to get kills. Allows you to take towers even though you don't have any tower pushing, just by being good at lane pushing. It's a clever strategy to pick on these kind of intelligence cores that peak early.
Yep, I agree. I agree. It's I think bots, you know, like you say, Coddle very strong in the early game. So whatever you can do to maximize your impact in the early game, and bot's definitely the item to do that, is going to help you stay relevant or make as much of the space as possible. GPK just tanking that full Illuminate. Doesn't really mind too much. Level 3 Illuminate now, amped by 9% for 9. That's why he actually goes for triple null talisman, of course.
That makes a lot of sense, actually, now that I realize. I always thought 9 was the whole play on words because he's German, so it's about like 9 and no. Yeah. But it's not really that much of a play on words.
Nope.
Yeah.
I believe that is just called no, right?
Yeah.
Really.
Yep. Spelled differently though.
Yeah.
Well, we'll see. I mean, right now he's doing this thing where Coddle has so much time between lanes that he gets to actually stack his own jungle, push the creep wave back, and then go back and take these stacks, while Ember's just struggling to keep himself in lane.
Yeah, 33 just constantly as well, skipping the waves. He's got level 2 wolves, but straight into the helm for the Lycan. This is going to be the first game that I've seen today. Well, I guess it's just today, right? First game of the day, we'll probably see this early Helm of the Overlord, now that it costs a little bit more money in the 7.30B patch. 33, he'll be fine here. Blood right pure damage, of course, is going to add up, along with this only level 1 Arctic Burn. Kingslayer now finally level 2. Not getting a whole lot of XP in this lane.
No, look, they're actually already taking out GPK. 9 even thought of going for the potential kill with that first level of Spirit Form. GPK barely holding on. 9 will continue to push the wave. He's like, what, you thought I was going to kill you? I don't care about you.
I'm here for the creeps.
Yeah, he also took a massive amount of stacks. That's why you see him with 69 last hits.
Here it comes. First blood. Snaking, surely. Yep, he's got a stun for him. They're going to try and give it to Skitter, and he's going to take it. First blood, 606 in for the safe lane Weaver. 9 as well, running around, snagging all the bounties. Farming the easy camp with Ember Spirit. Okay, yeah, that's another thing you can definitely do on the mid lane Coddle, is farm your enemies' camps from a very safe distance as well.
Yeah, it's ridiculous. You can actually like farm 2 camps. You're like, I don't think those are meant to be farmed together. Coddle can. Yeah, this is pretty impressive. 3-3 is closing in on the Helm of the Dom as well. Not a bad lane overall. They didn't really deny him too much. Like, Bloodseeker got a better lane, obviously, as he should, but they haven't really played too aggressively, because Lycan can always go jungle, and he chose to do that very early, so very smart by 3-3. Oh, GPK, though. He thinks he can disrupt this Coddle's farm. This is the first time we've actually got to see this against mid-Coddle. Most people just give up and go, well, Coddle's going to be farmed. Yeah, but GPK trying to do something against him.
He might want to give up soon enough, as he didn't get really anything out of that one. Instead, he finds himself being absolutely just kind of killed off there. Okay, almost killing GPK already. There's going to be a solar bind, but GPK will be A-okay.
Skitter's also doing okay. He's going for the Falcon Blade, which got recent buffs. And I'm sure Skitter read that. I was like, yes, Weaver's back. I can play it again. And last time we saw the Weaver, which was on Crystallis, he didn't go for the Falcon Blade, so maybe this ups the tempo for Tundra. And this is what I was talking about, by the way. I know it seems really simple with the don't lose strat, but you have to itemize, so you're always hitting power spikes. You're going for really quick, cheap, and efficient items. You're always able to fight. There's never a moment where the enemy team is going to be stronger than you. And that requires good itemization, good mobility, the proper heroes as well to do so. And that way, you can always control the tempo of the game, and Virtus.pro can't really utilize their superior team fight. Okay. That's the idea behind Tundra's strat.
Okay, I see that. I see that coming together.
It's easier to explain with examples.
Here goes 9. Yes, it's easier to explain at the end of the game when the Tundra victory appears, right? But we'll see.
I mean, you'll see, because you'll see exactly what I'm talking about. They know about this. It's like a very basic Dota 101 strat, and you talk to pros, and they'll talk to you about this a lot. It's hard to explain because it really is just win, but you have to do things to make sure that you're always just winning, essentially. Oh, they found stacks. Why would you stack with a Coddle minion? That's insane. 9 is definitely going to take those.
Well, I guess they were
Solar Vine. Go for Winter Wyvern. They do have a stun here. Yep. So that's going to be Kingslayer going down. I know it's for the Bloodseeker, but it is very dangerous.
Okay, they're going to recontest these stacks. Though there's a Rupture onto 33. The Wolf runs. The Wolf bleeds. Doesn't have enough mana here for a teleportation scroll. Now with Thirst, yeah, he's not really going anywhere there. But back to the fountain.
If you had TP, he would have been fine. So you can see that actually Lycan tanks the Rupture pretty decently, at least the early levels. Later, it becomes a problem, especially with that level 15 talent, which carry Bloodseekers I've seen go for the Rupture talent.
Oh, hold on. 9 is still fighting here. Oh my goodness, the Illuminate. Nightfall, he's going to go down to the Stampede. 33 getting the kill there, and it looks like Tundra, they're going to follow up here. Another one on to save with the Illuminate. That one goes to 9. Alrighty. And that's BOT's finish for 9, who's running around with 515 move speed here currently.
Wow. 9 is actually having so much impact. Usually we just see Cuddles pushing down lanes and everything, but 9 is actually getting kills as well. This is giving so much space to Skitter, who's also capable of farming the jungle, going for a Maelstrom to maximize his farm. But Weaver's one of those heroes that can get a farming item and still be probably the best item you can get early to fight. So a very unique situation you find yourself in. And 3-3 I think just died because he realized he's not as strong as his creep. He's gonna go creep to a good job right now.
Yeah, let the Centaur Conqueror do the work for him.
Okay, GPK, if he gets hit by Illuminate's a lot of damage. Nope. And that means that GPK is a bit more free to actually do stuff.
33 now, yeah. Pushing, farming.
Oh, look. GPK, he didn't get baited because the Illuminate's for the creep wave. Instead, his 2 supports trying to deal with his mid laner. Asking 9 to help. Has that blinding light to help him out. GPK, now the solar blind on him. Kinda slow. Fata fighting to the death. Illuminate for the win to Wyvern though, which means GPK, there's no burst damage against him. And they'll get the kill on Fata without really much bother.
Yeah, we're going to take this bottom tower as well here. The Weaver, of course, not really able to do much versus DM now that he has a level 3 Kraken Shell, as well as this Helm creep. So he's going to back off. Nightfall very happy to be farming away from this damn Coddle. So he's going to as well be farming in the enemy safe lane. And, well, the push is coming mid from Tundra, as they'll rotate 5 heroes mid now.
Yep. And Tide went for a Helm himself. A build that we've actually seen 3-3 do a lot. Because it was actually on Brew that he started doing this, but it's been popularized in other heroes. And the idea behind this build is, I don't have enough tower push. I'm okay as a tank. I'm good at the lane. But I don't have enough tower push. Help me get more tower push. And then when this new patch came along, which made Helm of the Dominator probably one of the strongest items in the game, or Helm of the Overlord, people were like, oh, I guess this build is meta now on everyone. So
yeah, it's a really good Vlad's game
Vlad user
as well. Yeah, for VP, right? For both for the Ember as well as for Bloodseeker. Both are going to really benefit from that lifesteal as well as the increased damage.
This is very good because it's kind of just a way to make Lycan look really bad, because Lycan theoretically is picked up here because he has so much synergy with Helm. But you realize here that a lot of other heroes could just pick up Helm and also be incredibly strong regardless of the synergy they have or not with it. As long as they can use Vlad's, it's fine. And that's what we're seeing DM try to do. They put more pressure, which means Tundra is now... They're still winning, but not by a lot, considering you have a Coddle. He's kind of like a Tinker or an Alchemist, so you really need more than one. And you also have a really good core-to-core matchup.
Yeah, that's true. I think the issue right now that Tundra have is that VP have got pretty good wave clear, and it's also pretty low commitment. DM, he's not going to really be able to stand mid and just tank these Illuminate blasts, especially since he's not going for the old classic Tidehunter build of Hooded Defiance. Like, he's going straight for the Vlads now, into the Helm of the Overlord. So he's going to struggle there. But Wyvern, with 2 points here, and Splinter Blast does decently at pushing creep waves from a safe distance. Bloodright is going to be more than enough to finish them off. A save, I think he's going to be calling here, but they see VP rotating on over, so they will think better of it. Tundra will back up and just continue farming. But VP holding on to all of their towers right now is going to do well for this kind of, you know, to stop this just win kind of strategy, isn't it? Because then they're going to be able to get a lot more items, more stats on Nightfall, and I think eventually they might be able to, they will be able to actually outscale this Coddle, well, the Hunter lineup as a whole.
This is very smart. Look at their whole itemization skill builds signify this. Bloodseeker maxing Thirst over Blood Rage because he's not looking to passively farm, but rather fight. The Ember not going for the Flame Guard build I talked about, but rather the Sleight of Fist because he needs to be able to take early engagements and pickoffs, taking advantage of this. We even see Save going for the full Shadow Poison to just, and Disruption actually, to mitigate some of these fights, and also have a setup. Usually you don't put the early second point Disruption, but this game it's kind of valuable. VP very much know what they need to do this game. They're actually playing this really cleanly. And Tundra, their only option is to continue putting this pressure, so that's what they have to do. They can't really deviate.
Skitter's going for like 3 kind of mid-game items, though. And I don't know if...
Quick, dirty, and nice. Useful.
But we need to... I mean, it's not useful if we're not finding kills in fights. And just like that, here goes Save. He should be falling here. He's already used the Disruption. Snake King just chasing him down, providing the vision. There's the stun. And down he will go. Snake King takes the kill. I mean, they're farming items. They're all great items for a Weaver individually. But... I mean, I guess hopefully we fight around this in the mid-game then, or Tundra fight around this, rather, in the mid-game when they feel like they've got all the power spikes lining up. Speaking of power spikes, here's now the first of Dagon of many here, or the first level of Dagon for 9.
a bit of a power spike here, and that's with the third power spike, or the big power spike I say for Weaver, when he gets Dragonlance. I think maybe you can try to force a smoke here. Of course, your lack of catch makes it harder, but Earthshaker's close to getting his Blink Dagger. They've also prioritized a lot of farm and snaking for that very reason. They know how vital he is this game.
GPK as well.
Is struggling a bit, though.
Yeah, he's going for this Maelstrom. He is struggling. He's going to get beat to this Helm of the Overlord. Actually, no, I don't think he is. I don't believe he is.
They're very close. Does he have the recipe already? What?
Dire's top tower has been denied.
No, it's just the Vlads.
No, it is just the Vlads. Okay.
So they're very close. Tide naturally farms slightly faster than a Lycan, but Tide also has to do more in the early game than Lycan, who can just free farm.
DM might be in trouble. 9 is going to be able to travel on in. A good stomp, though, from the Centaur Conqueror. Echo Slime into the creep wave in a second, and Tertiary stun now from Snaking as down goes DM. They line him up there for the Illuminate, and 9 will pick up the kill.
Very, very good. This is what these cheap, efficient items do. And it's capable of getting kills that otherwise would be impossible. Tide, theoretically such a tanky hero early. He's not Timbersaw, but he's up there. Not the case against this Weaver Cottle, because they're just so good in the early game, at least the way that Skitter's item is. This is a Weaver player for you, and I can't believe it. It's not a hero you usually talk about, but Skitter has a huge plethora of experience. I love the SNY pickup, actually, more than the Satanic he was considering earlier. Just in case he gets caught, he doesn't want to die immediately. He needs a bit of tankability. Top lane, 3-3, deciding to fight GPK head on. There's the Howl. What, nerfs?
Nerfs? Minus armor? I don't care minus armor, man. It's really the duration, I think, is gonna hurt him the most there. Maelstrom procs coming through. Is 33. He's gonna activate the shapeshift. GPK has a remnant back. He'll activate Flame Guard here and look for a couple more Maelstrom procs to try and clear the wave. 33 letting the Wolves do the dirty work for him. Is he going to respawn a couple more? Another Searing Chains, though, for him as GPK still continuing to fight versus 33, and 33 actually having to back away. He was on the losing end of that exchange.
We keep looking at builds. 33 actually skipped the Wolf damage talent. I'm surprised by maybe the nerfs making him rethink it. Quite a strong talent because it combines with Feral Impulse. And Nightfall's going for an Echo Sayer build. I'm fascinated by this. You don't usually see Bloodseeker carries going for this because obviously Blood Rage gives you already a lot of attack speed. The Mana Regen, maybe? That's what I'm thinking, because you do need Mana Regen in this game.
Yeah, could be it. Yeah, I'm not sure either.
It's an okay transitional item, right? It's not like it's ever bad to get Echo Saber on a melee hero, but it is interesting. Maybe he just thinks, like, if this goes late enough, you're so strong that who cares? So maybe you just think, I'm going to also go for the cheap, efficient items to make sure I don't
Blink, by the way, so they might look for GPK.
Echo Slam's not a very good.
Okay, immediate Caster's Curse into the Winter's Curse is going to find the kill onto Snaking after GPK falls. A Rupture though for Skitter. He's not enjoying life now, especially with the Demonic Purge, taking lots of damage there, and down he will go. Nightfall with the kill there. DM as well continuing to rotate around, as it's just 9 now remaining in the top lane. He will now TP.
That ends up being much better for VP. Their counter initiation obviously is better, so I guess fighting near a tower is dangerous. Especially if you have the Winter Wyvern in position, but I don't think that was a mistake by Tundra. I just think VP responded really well.
Classic, 700 burst damage from a Coddle.
Yep. I mean, I wasn't expecting the Ember to die that so easily. He even had Flame Guard on. Who cares?
Who cares? Yeah, who cares? Flame Guard? Nah, I don't think so.
Dagon build is bonkers, honestly. So that's their strategy. Just burst you down, right? That was a very long stun on Ember. He couldn't do anything for a while there.
I guess it is long enough. I don't know. I thought for sure. I guess I give too much credit to Flame Guard. Flame Guard on top of infused raindrops, and neither were going to be good enough to let him live there.
Fissure range is important as well. You can actually fissure from the trees, so that even though the stun takes a while to hit, the snaking plays as well. And in fact, they want another kill here on save.
There's the Helm of the Overlord finished. Oh my goodness.
I mean, that is a support. You're gonna be Dagon to death for sure.
Okay.
Even Blinding Light the Bloodseeker for good measure. Well.
Yep, that's mid lane Coddle for you.
Yep. I mean, he'll fall off eventually though, and Bloodseeker's very good at catching him. That might also be the reason why Echo Saber. Because if you slow him down once, either he goes for 4-step or
Oh, DM.
DM?
Oh my goodness, they're gonna die for this one. Okay, careful though, because there's a TP coming from Kingslayer. A secondary TP now from Nightfall as Fata willing to tank a Winter's Curse there, especially with the Heavenly Grace. on himself, but it's just going to be a couple TPs in exchange for, well, basically nothing. But also not much commitment from Tundra either. I mean, I guess just the shapeshift, but just a casual little Dagon onto DM.
Well, they're going to try to find the Ember again. Oh, Dagon and with the Echo Slam saved by the disruption. One purification, not enough to DS its ring. GPK still trying to get away. One last remnant. He avoids the Illuminate there, or Flame Guard tank it from himself.
I think Flame Guard tanked it for him. There's a Rupture though. Hunt a Coddle, 9. Gonna try TP away. He's off.
Not with a Guardian Angel. Fata also has a TP himself, but he decides to just stay here. Not there's TP, there's something available. That one moment where he decided to run off was what gave Disruption enough time to come off cooldown.
Yeah, Snaking goes in. Unfortunately, this time around, Ember Spirit's a little bit more prepared for it. Essence Ring as well, really helping him out quite a bit. Yeah, max Flame Guard, 780 magic damage absorbed, and that is going to be more than enough to tank through and Illuminates, even if it is fully charged. So that's not bad as well, by the way, finding a Nether Shawl for some more spell damage. So what, he's up to 17% if it stacks additively.
Yeah, it does. It is legitimately the best item for Coddle bar spell when you play mid. There's honestly no other item you want to know.
525 damage? No. How about 614? How about a Finger of Death on an 11-second cooldown that is also reduced by 6 seconds with Chakra Magic? Yep.
The one for the Chakra Magic cooldown now, which of course, so good. And let's not forget that it's also improved by Solar Bind.
Yeah, true. Yeah, you've got your own built-in Veil of Discord. They're going for save top lane because he dares to Shadow Poison a wave. Snake King's going to hit him with the stun. Another blink forward, and Skitter. Nope, just kidding. Nine's going to secure the kill there.
So while I think VP is doing a good job of adapting to what they need to do, Tundra is just going to put a lot of pressure early. And Tundra is really just sacrificing so much time to kill whatever they see. They're literally giving no chance for VP to recover or to dead lane or to do any sort of plays. They're trying to be as aggressive as possible, even at the cost of their own farms and stuff. And they're actually farming really well between this. They're playing
GPK.
I'm seeing GPK.
They can't contest this now without BKB. There's just no way. He's going to get in here, maybe trying to snipe it.
In Howl, bro.
Oh my goodness, Nightfall. Almost dead already as Fox is going to give him the vision growth to work around. There's the Illuminate, GPK inside the pit here. Right, oh, he snatches the Aegis. They get the kill as well as the Ravage is through. There's going to be 2 dead. They find 9 as well in the river. And Tundra now scattered to the wind, as they're also going to lose Fata on the back lines, only in exchange for the Wyvern.
And that's where Tundra is weakest, when they're trying to fight objectives, when they're not being able to run at you, when they don't have space to maneuver. You have much less team fight in your team, only really Echo Slam. So Roshan's always a really scary endeavor. I was very surprised with 3 didn't Howl for that Roshan, just to take it a bit faster, or they tried to go for another counter kill there before they got it. Maybe they felt a bit too confident, they wanted to keep putting the pressure, and DP responded accordingly and just turned this around in one go.
Yeah, that was very fast. That one turned around on its head rather quickly there for Tundra. They at least get rid of the Wyvern, but there's still a lot more threats to them in that fight. Like, for example, Tidehunter with a great Ravage there out from DM.
That was very, very good. And he also has the Helm, right? So he himself is also putting a bit of pressure into the towers and the creeps waves. I think Ancient Black Dragon is probably the best one you can ask for early to de-push the waves.
Yep. Yeah, definitely, especially for that purpose. Yeah, and I believe, how tanky is this thing? 1800 HP or something? 2000? Okay. Yeah, pretty tanky. That guy can definitely tank a couple of Coddle Blasts pretty easily. So that's going to be not bad for him either. 9, by the way, already with the Dagon 5 finished up. He's at it for a while. Into the Blink Dagger next, into Octarine Core.
Yeah, interesting. I think for this game, there might be a value to E-Blade as well. Not just for the damage, but more to save teammates from Bloodseeker. But I'm not opposed to this build.
I think that's always actually really nice to have as well versus a Wyvern, right? If anyone gets caught by the curse, shoot an E-Blade in there.
True. Yeah. There's a lot of defensive and offensive utility. I feel like if 9 gets hit by a Rupture right now, he dies. I don't think Blink and Octarine will help that too much. Especially once the BKB happens, which of course already happened on Nightfall. And once he activates that, I think they're probably going to Rupture him every fight.
Oh, wow. GPK, he actually switched up from going BKB. He decided after they got Aegis, he turned that Ogre Axe into the Ag Scepter instead. This did get slightly nerfed, if I'm not mistaken. Oh, just very slightly.
Oh yeah, in the 730. Yeah, the range is a bit lower. I mean, it's still really good. Axe is great for foot pushing. It's great for defending objectives like these. I actually think it's a good idea. I mean, the BKB is obviously a necessity, but I just think that you get caught by Echo Slam, which is their only start of Fissure. you know, your chance of activating BKB or your chances of remnanting away are the same. So the idea is that what is BKB doing that I don't already have? They only have one catch. I won't BKB between that catch. I will just be able to leave.
Okay.
So I like this choice more. I like the shard choice actually a lot. Also good for pushing out lanes.
Nightfall is getting pretty scary, though, now with this Basher online. And the BKB, of course, they're hunting for 9. They want 9. It also helps them close the gap. 9, yeah, as fast as you may be. Ooh, will he be able to escape? Searing Chains, yeah, are going to find him. Disruption on top, and they should have 9 dead to rights here. As, yeah, down he goes.
Honestly, VP's getting a masterclass at the play against pressure. They're doing a really good job. Everything from itemization to their movements. Like, even the fact of leading DM mid right now, which is fine, because it's actually kind of be a bait with Ravage. They know they can't really go against him without 9's burst. So the DM is a bit free. Maybe he's playing
not scared.
aggressively. No, there's the axe. Okay, you force the Guardian Angel, though. It doesn't seem to matter too much. I'd Ravage to cancel that DP, but of course, just an Omnite, not that worth. And you did force Guardian Angel, so you're quite happy with that.
That's also the reveal here of Snake King Zag's Shard, as he did stun them off that Fissure from, obviously, I mean, there's only a couple other stuns that Fissure can do, that's the Shard. So not much of a reveal, but that does make it a lot easier to catch this Emperor like you were talking about, right? Because before, it was Fissure, Blink, Echo Slam, but now he can, you know, only half commit here with the Fissure into just an Enchant Totem. So I actually really like that quite a bit, this itemization from Snake King.
Continue this, they have the plastic buff. Well, it's going to go down, regardless of the Heavenly Grace. Big win, because now Weaver feels much weaker, especially if you get hit by a Rupture.
Yeah, and we still have 40 seconds left on this Aegis, so Tundra, they're just going to be farming elsewhere on the map. Looks like we're going to send Wolves potentially from 33 with his own Ancient Black Dragon to cut a wave. No, actually, he's going to be doing a split pushing himself down bottom. Drums as well activated with a wagon here. This tower's going to be taking a lot of damage. VP, they're just, yeah, there comes DM. Yeah, someone needed to deal with this. This is just way too much. It's actually GPK. I assume he's got a Remnant back. But this was a full HP tower before this kind of push, so that's value from 33.
Yeah, for sure.
Unless he gets caught. Well, we got this dragon. Still 100 extra gold for GPK. Not a joke, but it's the best option you have now. If you lose tempo, if you stop winning, which is the biggest the biggest loss in Dota.
It's the biggest loss, yeah.
What you have to do is just split push, and because you don't have too much pick-off potential, so you can hope for those with an Echo Slam. That's an idea. Alternatively, split push. And what split pushing does is ideally separate the enemy, so that it either gives you more mistakes happening, because they're not as coordinated, not as together, it's easier for them to make mistakes. Or alternatively, it gives you the option to open for pick-offs, or even force skirmishes with numbers advantage. And that's what Tundra needs to start doing, and they are. But it's tougher because their draft is not made for this, right? The draft is actually in a bit of a difficult position.
Yeah, we've got full Satanic now for Skitter on top of the Sanj. I assume it's S and Y, or the Yasha on the way. So he's very strong, very tanky, as they will be hunting for GPK. GPK, though, wants 9. Might regret this, though. They're safe from behind. They're going to try and get through 9. The Echo Slam committed on top of the Remnant. Down he will go. That is a big kill onto the Ember Spirit, and Save is going to be second to fall. Doesn't seem like VP were quite ready for that 1v5 engagement they ended up going into.
Tundra split pushed a bit, they forced some retreat, but VP fell back from everyone there. Okay, now the win was first. The counter initiate happens. Weaver, Ravage on top of this. We have enough damage. Blood will also hit Skitter. Having a time left in time. Skitter might just die. Yes, he does. The Nightfall, too much damage. As they also rupture the Lycan. Has no shapeshift, he's going to try to run away. With Rupture, it's a bit difficult, but if a simple TP just gets him out, that's going to be easy. Nightfall, not wanting to commit there.
Whoa, DM.
DM's still going forward. He thinks he's stronger. He sees the opportunity, gets hit by the Dagon. He's immediately dispelled, though, because he deals so much damage. And Fanta will be capable of making out of here alive. No bash procs for Nightfall, who I think could have played that a bit more aggressively, particularly against the Lycan. A bit of a wasted Rupture there. But okay fight overall, as they kill Weaver. Or a good fight overall, because they kill Weaver.
Yeah, it's a 2-for-1 trade, but that was going to be a tier 3 tower down, if not at least range barracks, if they didn't, you know, commit the curse into the Ravage there. So that was a nice, a bit of a nice save that came through. They actually almost killed Skitter as well. And speaking of killing, they're going for Snake King next.
Stop, they don't have enough damage. Oh, incomplete. Maybe with him they do. More like a Storm than an Ember right now. They dig on him with that Solar Blind. Doesn't want to go forward. Bit too dangerous. Instead, maybe 9. DM is playing I mean, besides playing well, he's playing crazy. He's just initiating. He looks at the Dagon, he sees it being used, and he goes, I am God now. Nobody can kill me. What will Weaver do? Kraken Shell laughs at you.
Is under attack.
Yeah, Kraken Shell does laugh at him. Even still, this Weaver, I think he was attacking. Because he did get Satanic off. Obviously, he was silenced because of the Blood Right, but I think he Satanicked and then tried to attack Tidehunter. The key word there being tried, because I think he had a Plate Mail, of course, and Kraken Shell at the time, so he wasn't really lifestealing for all that much damage, especially because, of course, thanks to the Anchor Smash on top. So yeah, not a whole lot of sustain that Skitter was able to get there against the Tidehunter especially. Nice, we'll take a quick look at both of those little skirmishes because we got a bit of time now while everyone just continues to farm. Next Roche is 90 seconds away from respawning. That should be our next point of contention with all the ultis up. But yeah, big kill into GPK. So yeah, especially without BKB, he is very killable, especially if he gets caught by really just one stun, he will fall.
Yeah, I mean, that's what they have to try to avoid, right? That's obviously their objective every time. Try to Echo Slam GPK, win with a numbers advantage there. Coddle does fall off, but doesn't mean he's useless now, right? He does still deal a huge amount of damage. He still can push out waves. He's actually going for BKB, which is fascinating. Just trying to save himself somehow. So that save finds a potential. Shapeshift, save himself is the one being attacked. And for Joy, there's a Searing Chain, plus the Ravage. They really want to commit for 9, and they will get him. That's a lot of your magic burst gone. Save for now. The Cased in Ice's Nightfall tries to deal with the creeps, which are actually beating him 3-3. Let's snipe him. There's the Winter's Curse. In trouble himself. Oh, it's not going to be for 3-3-3 for one of his creeps. Misclick there, but 3-3 still getting bashed. Shearing Chains on top of that. Is he fast enough? No, he is not. Fire faster than wolves traditionally, as they do burst down the 4 Tidehunter though. Yeah, so they buy back from Coddle. Nightfall. No Rupture available. So he just has to run away. He knows he can't fight this. Kingslayer might just be a victim, but they're maybe going for the tougher kills? Kingslayer actually getting away with a nice TP, and Skitter fighting nothing here. Okay.
2 for 2 then. Off-laner support for a mid-laner in an off-lane. So a better trade there for VP, but they might just have to buy back themselves. And in fact, Avo, we used all the ultimates, and Roche is about to respawn. There he is. Roche number 2. Tundra, all they have to do, yeah, Snake King. Oh, there he goes. He's pinging it. They're not checking it yet.
I mean, they have no Ravage, so this is perfect, actually. This is, if there's ever a free Roshan, this is it. You just find it.
If they just...
I think maybe last Roshan, though, gave him a bit of doubt in their mind, right? Because they almost lost a match off that last Roshan.
But guys, you got to go in there and scout it. Okay, VP know about it now, so send the illusion in.
Did they see it on Tundra? Did Snake
no, they didn't go in. They didn't check it. Okay, but no, yeah, I mean... Okay. They must know. They must know, because it was a 90-second Roche, so they must know it's in the window. That's something that pro teams time, but I mean, I don't know. Maybe they just don't do Roche that fast.
They do. They have Howl and Swarm. They do.
And it's just that rune.
He's the last Roche, man. The last Roche. That psychological like spike there. If Ravage is up, they can't take it. Winter's Curse is already up, so they have better team plan on VP in these close settings.
40 seconds till Ravage is up. VP, they know about Roche. Now Tundra with that Swarm, they know about it too.
I honestly think Tundra might have done the right thing actually by not going in. Because if they don't take it as quickly as they think, or just like 1 second later, the Winter's Curse comes in and completely destroys them. Blood Right as well. It's not just the Ravage they have to be afraid of.
Yeah. Plus so fighting around that enclosed area now that GPK, I mean, he's had this Enchanted Quiver for a while. It's a little bit less damage now per burst, but Skitter.
Kingslayer. This would be great. He has Glimmer Cape, but no time to use Skitter. That is so much damage. Also, Swarm with a Shard. Now sees him despite the Glimmer Cape.
Yep. Alright, we've got buyback though for the Wyvern. And Ravage up here in 1 second, so it's ready to go. They're on to GPK though. There's going to be a stun for him. Oh, not enough magic damage though, as he did have the Flame Guard up 33. Activating the ultimate, thinking about going in, but will think better of it here. He will now just back up. Skitter though, still looking for the engagement.
Okay, I mean, they forced the buyback, so small win for Tundra. Still can't take Roche though. They're around the area because they know they want to, but they just can't risk it. Now it's definitely not viable. Now with Ravage is not even a question.
Yeah, it's pretty scary. There's BKB for 9 though, freshly delivered 9-second BKB. So he's going to be a little bit more survivable in these team fights. But of course, this Demonic Purge is still an issue for him. A Rupture is still going to be a problem for him. So they have and Curse. So they have ways of still getting through him, but he can fear the Ember a little bit less now. Nightfall, he is scaling really nicely here. He's going to go straight into Abyssal Blade now, as he's got the Basher online for a while. Manta Style as well for the Dispel.
That's going to deal with the BKB pickup on the Coddle. Because obviously, if Nightfall can choose, you'll kill Coddle first. Get rid of that Dagon, right?
Yeah, like the casual 1,000 burst damage that he has.
Also, if you lose BKB, like if you use your 6-second BKB and Coddle's still alive, welcome to the parade of blinding lights.
Yeah.
Honestly, it's gonna be like that one song, you know, all of the lights, you know, and Nightfall is just trying to hit something.
I thought you were gonna. I thought it was like Welcome to the Black Parade, you know. Well, except I guess it's Coddle, so not really.
No, it's like a disco at 4 a.m. You know, one of those really bad ones. You know, I can't see anything. That's Nightfall's life, which is why it's so important to kill the Coddle. With the first BKB charge, mind you. Tundra. They hold the high ground, so VP go for their own smoke, and they can try to pincer maneuver. Or rather, sorry, a flanking maneuver. With a bit of bait in between, with Bloodseeker just kind of pushing the lane casually. Is the courier that valuable? No, it's not. Okay. And that might give some confidence to Lycan.
They have 33 though, GPK.
Triangle?
GPK, sorry, is smoke broke.
Yeah. Oh, that. Man, they got a bit too close. I didn't see him. And there's a ward there on the high ground for Tundra. They noticed that though. So at least they get a D ward off this. Not too bad. Oh, they don't even get the D ward. Never mind. They get their own ward though.
Yep.
Radiant's middle tower is under attack.
GPK immediately sees something, goes for a BKB, and it's just gonna be the Omnight. There's the Guardian Angel wasted, and the Omnight as well.
He's got buyback, but I mean, I guess he could look to get back into this fight, but it's so difficult as a VP right now holding in between the path. They've got vision now of Skitter. They're gonna hit it with a Rupture right into the hands of DM though, who's ready, holding on to the Ravage. He's gonna let it rip. GPK now right on top. Nightfall with the bash. They've got him. A minute and a half without the Weaver. He's got buyback. Snake King could be next. There's the double buyback now from Tundra as they're gonna try and get back into the fight. A third now as they take down the Earthshaker.
Oh, I took the dragon away from the Lycan as well.
Oh, they have this outpost. Okay, they're here already.
No. Okay, no time left. Actually, VP's all TPing. They don't want to fight this. They use some of their skills, and that's enough. No Winter's Curse, or they don't want to use the Winter's Curse here. Just want to retreat because the Ravage is too valuable. Good taking of the creep though, actually. That was major. I don't know if you saw the DM with the helm of the Overlord. He took the Lycan creep in, so they lost vision, so they couldn't chase into the trees.
Oh, I didn't.
That was major. Yeah. We're all done by DM. Oh, they're going in again. They're seeing the opportunity to go for the Earthshaker. It's a bit dangerous for GPK, but they actually just forced the Echo Slam. Still has the BKB. Gonna go for Snaking. The H is taking on Skitter. And now he has a second life despite... No, actually also third life with the time lapse. GPK though, going for the easier kills. It's gonna be 3-3. Together with Snaking, that's your team fight pretty much gone. Who cares if Weaver has 2 lives?
Yeah, that's a dieback as well for Snaking here. As 9 already going just to split push waves down bottom, hoping to at least maybe try and get this tower here with this last little push. This time around, though, at least Tundra successful in managing to take the Roshan. So that's a big win for them.
Yeah, I mean, that Roshan was surprising as well. I mean, I told you, right? They take it really quickly. I understand their respect for the Roshan, but I also thought that, why not? And they also did it in between when Ravage was gone. I think they could have pulled that off, what, 10 minutes earlier when they had that opportunity? But I get where they're coming from. It's just that with these kind of lineups, you kind of have to just juice out the game as much as you can. Really get the last drop of efficiency. Fear is not good for these kind of games for Tundra.
VP though still looking on the offensive as they are pushing top. That'll be the almost the last outer tower gone. They've kind of relinquished control over bottom for now as they've got mid and top lane both pushing into the tier 3 tower. Just looking for anyone else that they can find. Skitter is still on the opposite side of the map. Will TP on home. And now has almost enough money for the BKB. Do you think that's going to be a big item here for Weaver? Is that going to make a huge difference for him? Yeah, I think. I
mean, they have some control through BKB, but it will stop the Ravage from hitting. So that's slow. That's BKB himself. Might just use it.
Has Abyssal too.
He was just waiting for them to get like a true carry, full efficiency. Skitter. That's Ravage. Hit Skitter with it. He still doesn't have his own BKB. Skitter in trouble. He's been rooted. A Rupture. No, there's the Winter Curse instead. Did they have enough damage for him though? Yeah, He's struggling to keep himself alive. From behind, though, 3-3 comes in, hoping to kill off Kingslayer. The will Cold Embrace to delay this as much as possible. Kingslayer will still fall. Now the Blood Right, not hitting anyone. The Display, though, fighting Skitter. That's going to be his first life.
No time lapse. No time lapse, no Satanic Gobble. I think they've got him.
Searing Chains. Yep, there we go. Too much damage. Skitter can't tank this. 120 seconds Batum. No buyback either, so this might be at least one lane of rats for VP.
It is, yeah, for sure. They've stolen a gem as well. These are 3 heroes without buybacks. They bought back earlier when VP were able to get a decent fight just outside of the Roche pit. Fantastic Ravage. I'm a little bit surprised that Skitter decided that Nightfall was the right kind of target to be jumping like that, because the rest of Tundra, I think, were not on the same page. They were pretty far away. They were like by the tier 2 tower. He was standing over where the tier 1 used to stand. As there's 9, gets the kill onto save. He himself could be in some trouble though. BKB duration now halved, and they will not be able to dive the fountain for him. Snake King looking to try and punish GPK though. There's a secondary stun to follow through. We have an Echo Slam, but now GPK with the BKB active, just gonna kill 9. 9 does have buyback, as it's gonna be Nightfall who's going to TP back top lane and finds the kill onto 33. VP still continuing to push with all 3 of their cores alive. They want at least this mid lane of barracks.
Yep, that's what they're going to try to do. I mean, it was a pretty good defense by Tundra, honestly, forcing Bloodseeker back as well. It's probably the best they can muster here, but the lane of racks are fought. Oh, Lightner.
Radiant's middle barracks are under Radiant's middle barracks.
There go the barracks. Haste run for Nightfall is real nice so we can get back in this fight. We've got now the 2 Sleight of Fist charges for our Ember Spirit.
Radiant's top tower is under attack.
Without the shard, he still pushes decently though. Just with the damage alone.
Go when you take tower top as well. Nightfall, a fully fledged Bloodseeker. This guy, a much better late game hero than most people give him credit for.
Radiant's top barracks are under
Definitely better than Weaver.
Yeah, definitely better than Weaver.
And good against Weaver, so it's like a double win for Bloodseeker.
Pretty big win. This is the thing, right? Because we were talking about this before. You were going, oh, you know, the strategy here is to just win. And I think against VP, from what they've shown us so far, and in particular, there was their series versus Team Spirit when they actually bested. Granted, it was an offlane Coddle, but they still bested a core Coddle. That was what I was kind of doubting. That's why I wasn't really sure if Tundra were going to be able to make it work. Tundra, though, as you've said, they've pulled off crazier stunts. But VP is still holding strong, and now with 2 lanes of barracks in their favor, might be in just a bit too much of a commanding position here to let this one go.
There's a reason why that strat does not work against top tier teams where people just draft stunts instead, right? You are limiting your options, and you kind of have to outplay the enemy team, which is not always easy. I think VP played this game really well. Maybe one mistake I think I saw the whole game. In general, this is everything they've done is the correct way to deal with these high pressure strats, which seems easy because, oh, you just need to win for a bit, right? You just need to make sure they don't snowball. But it's actually incredibly difficult against heroes like Coddle, who pretty much don't interact with you. VP played this so well.
By the way, there's double Ravage available for the Tide Hunter. That's going to be a surprise for Tundra. They have not scouted that one quite yet. Ooh, Weaver's Courier on the way to the Secret Trap. What was he going to be looking to buy there, though?
I will say, by the way, to that point, that even though that's true, Tundra did make 1 or 2 very crucial mistakes, and these kind of drafts, they can't happen. I think it's still fine as a pro player. I think they're still really good, but in these kind of drafts, if you make those mistakes, it's pretty much...
Ooh, they're chasing Skitter. They want him. GPK doesn't know where he is. Oh, there's going to be the Tinker Ward.
There's the BKB. They're trying to force out the TP. Oh, in the middle of the cold embrace, curse him! No. Nice. That was well done, actually. Let's get her, man.
Yep. Yeah, Kingslayer, that's not going to work on him next time. He's got enough money here for the Ghost Scepter. Wants to save for buyback. Witchbane, is that going to be a good item here this game?
I mean, it's always good. Against Coddle, yeah. Why not?
Yeah,
Chakra Magic increases your mana pool, so anything you hit with that. Witchbane is just really good in general. I think that item is solid. It needs to get tuned a bit. It might not be what you choose to pick up on the Bloodseeker, though, because maybe the Penta Sword, the maim is just a bit more valuable as well. I don't think you need damage.
Nightfall is pretty terrifying now. He's just about upgraded everything. I assume he's going to get rid of Phase Boots and throw that Satanic in, because he is just about to be 6 slotted now. 33. Drums active here as he's going to send the creeps in to do a bit of his dirty work. Looking for at least the ranged barracks, but it's all the Mjolnir procs here. The Chain Lightning's nuking through the Wolves. Yeah, he's even going to go ahead and get the kill there onto the Ancient Thunderhide.
Yep. 200 extra gold for the Bloodseeker, who's now running out of slots.
Yep.
But it's a good Axe game for him, so they still have that slot. That's pretty good.
Weaver's running out of slots too. He's taking this +1 Geminate attack.
Probably the best talent for this game.
Yeah. I'm wondering if maybe it's time to start thinking about a Divine with the +1 Geminate attack. It is a very valuable item.
Yes, I agree, but I think Divine does not fix the issue, which is if you get caught, you die. Right? That's kind of what we see. And
but what does he buy
VP
then to fix that?
Honestly, you sell the Falcon Blade for an Aeon Disc, and then you go for Divine. I think the Aeon Disc is a necessity here. It's actually kind of hard to kill you, right? But you have Falcon Blade and Dragon Slants. I don't consider these slots. What is this? These are not items for the late game. They're barely 2k gold each.
No, that's the concern, right? Is that these then you have to end up selling them. Falcon Blade doesn't build in anything. Maybe a Mjolnir for the Maelstrom, and then Dragon Lance. Are we really gonna get the Hurricane Pike for Skitter? Like, that's the problem for when you do try and play this tempo-based game. When you play the let's just keep winning game, and then you find yourself all of a sudden, you know, down 2 lanes of barracks, looking down from a 14k net worth deficit. Like, these items just are not what you're looking for here for Skitter. We'll see here what he's going to be able to build them into, though, or what he's going to replace them with.
I mean, no, you're totally right, by the way, but it's just the way that you have to play.
Yeah, of course. It's the right strategy it's the right build for the strategy they played. Unfortunately, VP just played around it a little bit too better, a little bit too well. Sorry, for Tundra. Too better. Skitter.
Oh, Missile. See if they catch him. Okay, this time active BKB. He still might die regardless. Skitter fighting head on. There's a time lapse. They're gonna break him again. Hit him with a Shadow Purge. He's out of Shikuchi. They hit him with a Ravage. No more BKB. They actually caught the Omni by accident as well. But they don't conquer him. Skitter, they're gonna kill him with a Bloodlight instead. Now going for Fata. 3 kills for VP. Actually 4, because they killed him twice in that engagement. Ooh. I don't know, steady pump PP is going to be good enough here. They kill Snaking as well. Just went in trying to delay this push. That's another dieback for them. Not looking very good for Tundra. They catch the Wolf.
GPK.
Here in chains. They're burning him up. Okay, they hit him with the E-Blade, but GPK will tank this. Skitter once again needs to Shikuchi himself to safety. And they Gleipnir the Lycan, but they just don't want to push that hard. VP is going to concentrate on the objectives instead. Or just leaving that fight too.
They're gonna leave. Yeah, they're gonna leave. They're doing maybe a little bit like SG, who's playing over on the main channel versus Beast Coast right now. But they know that Roshan is going to be up soon enough. It was a pretty long Rosh timer here. Okay, yeah, they're just going to leave Kingslayer in the pit. This is normally what they do to him anyway. And luckily, he's only going to have to wait here for another 5 seconds before the big guy comes home. Third Roshan, so Aegis Cheese, and either that Refresher Shard or the Axe Blessing. We'll see what they get. It is the Refresher Shard. And speaking of Refresher, I think I saw one
better
for Ember. Did he just buy one? He did. He's got Refresher Orb.
Okay. Yeah, of course. You don't buy the shit.
Yeah.
That'd be interesting, though. One use Refresh. That'd be interesting. Probably OP, to be honest. Okay. Take the Aegis. The M takes the cheese. Oh, Refresher Shard. That's awesome. I love that. That's a great item for me.
That is a fantastic item, especially now that we've whittled through a lot of the buybacks here from Tundra. Only one remaining is going to be for 9. 33 has one as well, but he's 1,600 gold shy, and I don't really think, Avo, that he's going to be able to find the money for that one by the time that VP start pushing.
I think it's an out time, by the way. For I love the Arcane Blade choice by the type. I think it's awesome. Get a faster Ravage. Try BKBing against that. It's also, especially the first time you use it.
Oh, Skitter.
It takes away. No.
Oh, they've got a gem.
Okay, Skitter BKBing, but he's just not fast enough. He's trying to TP.
Curse?
Can they stop him? Okay,
No.
that was perfect timing.
Kingslayer, he must have thought more heroes were coming. He must have thought more heroes were coming. That's why he just blinks away instantly. I'm sure he's going to regret that one once he realizes, oh, he BKB'd and TP'd away. My bad, guys.
I mean, I think that's the right choice to make by Kingslayer. Why would you ever expect Skitter to make that play?
Agreed. What was Skitter doing there, though?
Maybe Skitter's playing with that aspect. Like, they will never expect me to.
Skitter sold the Maelstrom. Fascinating. Yeah. And the Falcon Blade, of course. I was definitely expecting the Falcon Blade to go. I was not expecting...
Does Skitter go for Echo Saver?
He's got an Echo Saver? What? When did he get this item?
Bottom tower has fallen.
He sold
Dragonlance,
Falcon
Blade, and Mel. He sold all 3, and then he's like, actually, I want a different mid-game item. I want the Echo Saber.
It must have been because he assembled this last. He's just planning on assembling this afterwards.
Okay, for the basher, right?
Yeah. Which
okay.
basher I'm okay with. I just.
But where did
the Oblivion stuff?
yeah, what is it for?
Oh no, he did. This is a nope. He's keeping the echo. I mean, it procs the slow.
The slow procs, yeah. The slow will proc.
I don't know.
I don't know, because I want to say it's for stats, but I feel like Dragonlance gives you pretty close to the same thing.
Hear me out. Since it's 50 minutes, Scotty. How about that? You buy that earlier. I don't know. Okay, Skinner been turned into. Oh, that's why he turned into a wolf.
Oh.
Yeah, there you go. Okay, this is next level. Yeah, we're close to Skinner. It's not very much working right now, though. Cold Embrace. They should save Kingslayer. They killed Snake King. Skinner really committed for the strat. There's the Ravage. Skinner's gonna die. Okay, there goes your Echo Saber strat. Kudos for the creativity.
GG.
Yeah, GG.
I like, okay.
Okay, respect.
I agree.
Yeah.
I like the idea of it. I really like the idea of it. Lots of respect there for Skinner. I wouldn't have thought about that. I was very confused.
That was a Hail Mary.